Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We got game number 2 of a 3-game series between the Milwaukee Braves and Philadelphia Phillies. And leading off for the visiting Milwaukee Braves is Hugh Duffy playing center field, batting second Bill Sweeney, batting third playing right field Hank Aaron, batting fourth playing third base is Eddie Matthews, batting fifth playing first base Joe Adcock. Batting sixth playing left field is Tommy Holmes. Batting seventh playing shortstop Dave Bancroft. Batting eighth doing the catching Dale Crottle. And batting ninth and on the mound is Lefty Taylor. And now for the starting lineup of the hometown Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off playing center field Billy Hamilton. Batting second and playing shortstop today is Ed Delahanty. Batting third and playing right field is Chuck Klein. Batting fourth and playing left field is Dale Ennis. Batting fifth playing first base Don Hurst. Batting sixth playing second base is Francisco Thompson. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Andy Smirnick. Batting eighth playing third base is Willie Jones. And batting ninth, the man with two presidents' names and doing the pitching, Grover Alexander. Let's get down here to the ball field and get this game going. See if the Braves can snap the winning streak of Phillies and snap their losing streak. And you see the Braves' upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in Philadelphia. Then they go on the road to New York to play the Giants. And then after the Giants, they go to Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. Duffy will lead it off here for the Braves. Batting .366. He's got a homer and 10 RBIs. Going up against Grover Alexander, his fourth start. He is 1-1 with a 3.24 ERA. Here's the pitch to Duffy. And that's going to be a base on balls. Duffy trots on down to first. Duffy down at first with nobody out. And Sweeney's going to do a little hit and run here, trying to stay out of the double play. Sweeney's batting .213. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Jones is down there. And that should be fielding column 1. And it is. And out at first, the runner will get down the second with the hit and run. Avoids the old 5-4-3 double play. So now you got Duffy down at second for the big boys now. And up to the plate is Hank Aaron. Aaron's batting .286, 6 homers and 17 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And that ball is out of here. And we got to do one thing here. Alexander. I got to redo that. That shouldn't be an O. That should be a P. Give me 1 second here to do a little behind the scenes here. Go to the Phillies. Alexander. That should be a P. And that should be. And now we're good. We'll go back to the game here. There we go. And like I say, he gives up a home run to Hammer and Hank Aaron here. Start this game off with. And it's quickly 2-0 Braves as Hank powers that ball over that high fence out there in right field. And gives the Braves a 2-0 lead. Matthews is up. And Matthews is batting .250 on the year with 5 homers and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Klein. He's back deep in right field, but he's got enough room just short of the track. They're hitting Alexander pretty good here in the first. And Joe Adcock is up now, batting .328. He's got 7 homers and 18 RBIs. And that's going to be a deep fly ball out there in the triangle, but Hamilton chases it down. And the Braves in the inning, but Hank Aaron with the 2-run homer gives the Braves 2 runs as the Phillies are coming to bat with Hamilton, Delaney, and Klein. And Billy's batting .169. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs going up against Lefty Taylor. This is Taylor's 4th start. He's 2-1 with a 4.79 ERA. Here's the pitch to Hamilton. And that's going to be a base on balls. And you know what that means. Hamilton's going to be off to the races here, folks. Billy's not going to waste any time. Going to try to get down there to second base. That'll be a 5 of 23 on a walk here. 45 or lower. He's got his, what is he going after? His 15th stolen base? Let's see what it is here. I think it's his 15th stolen base. Now going for a 16th stolen base. So like I say, it'll be a 45 or lower. He's safe at second. And they throw him out. Nice job by Dale. Throws out Hamilton. Now there's 1 out. Nobody on for Delaney. Delaney hitting .424, 4 homers, and 14 RBIs. And of course, after you get thrown out, you get a base hit by Mr. Delaney. So he's aboard here with a 1 out. Brings up Chuck Klein. And Klein is hitting .431 with 5 homers and 22 RBIs. And then Delaney, he might take off here. That'll be a 20. Yeah, he's going to take off 20. And they throw him out back to back. Jobs by Dale Corrado. He throws out Delaney and Hamilton. That might be the last time they run on him today. Here's the pitch to Klein now. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Klein out. So the Phillies had 2 base runners erased by the caught stealing. And we get to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. And you got Holmes, Bancroft, and the guy that's throwing these runners out, Del Prado, will do up. And Tommy Holmes is batting .273, no homers, and 4 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a rare play, a 45 and a 40. 45 and a 40. That'll be hit back to the mound. I'll re-roll a dice here. And a 55 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a single right back through the box. Alexander couldn't get that one. That's up the middle for a base hit for Tommy Holmes. And the Braves got the leadoff batter on board again. Dave Bancroft's up now. And Dave is batting .260. He's got no homers and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Dave. See the Phillies' upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in Philly against the Braves. Then the Dodgers come to town, followed by the Cubbies. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And let's see here. That's going to make it through or not. Does he bat left? Yes, he does bat left. So that's going to be, they'll get the runner out at second on a 3-6 put out. But Bancroft beats the relay throw. Now there's 1 out and Dale's up. The runner down at first. And Dale's batting .150 on the year. And here's the pitch to Dale. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And on a 63. We will get the runner, the batter out at first, but that'll be it. That'll be a 1-3 put out. So Dave gets in the scoring position for Lefty. Let's see if Lefty can do his own damage here. Tyler is 0 for 7 on the year, so he's due, folks. And not this time. That's another ground ball. This one down the first. Hurst up with it. tosses it over to Alexander. And that'll do it. The Braves strand one. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 2-0 Milwaukee. You got Enos, Hurst, and Thompson due up. And Dale is 0 for 5 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Enos trocks on down to first. And you see the team comparisons here. The Braves are 8-10. They're batting .253 with .318 on base percentage, slugging .478 and an OPS of .796. The Phillies are 10-5, batting .261, a .340 on base percentage, slugging .499 and an OPS of .839. Don Hurst will be followed by Thompson, runner down at first and nobody out. And Don Hurst blasts this one, folks. And this ball's going far. It ain't coming back. And that is a home run down the left field line. Don Hurst ties this ball game up. It's 2 apiece. And still nobody out here in the second. So the lead didn't last long here. Now you got Thompson up. And Thompson's batting .286 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Duffy makes the catch for out number 1. Duffy settles down after the homer. And that brings up Andy Smirnick. Smirnick's batting .250, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Eddie. He fires over to Joe for out number 2. And here comes Willie Jones. Willie's batting .333, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. See if Matthews can come up with a nice play here. And that'll be fielding column 1. 19, isn't it? Yep. And nice play by Matthews. Gets to that ball, fires over to first, and throws Jones out. But the 2-run homer makes this a 2-2 ball game as we go to the top of the third. We got the top of the order due up here. Duffy, Sweeney, and Aaron. Duffy walked and came around to score on the Hank Aaron homer. His first time up, back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Thompson. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Duffy out for out number 1. And that brings up Sweeney now. And Sweeney grounded out the third as Christopher joins us. Check out Christopher Slavics. Great channel, folks. He's doing some college football. He's doing some HA football. Check out that channel, folks. And Bill Sweeney now is up with 1 out and nobody on. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. That's going to drop in front of Klein. He gets to it quickly, cuts it off, holds Sweeney to a single. And now you got Mr. Aaron. He's already homered in this game. Gave the Braves a 2-0 lead back in the first. And he go back-to-back at bats with a homer. And now that's going to be a pop-up straight up the chute. And Andy's waiting for it to come down. That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. And that's out number 2. And now it's up to Eddie Matthews to get the job done here. Matthews flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Thompson. And he's going to go the short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand 1. Go to the bottom of the third, all tied up at 2 apiece. You got Alexander due up, and then the lineup turns over in Hamilton, and Delaney will be up. And Alexander's batting a .143, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's a swing and a miss. Lefty strikes him out. That's the Lefty's second strikeout of the game. And up to the plate now is Hamilton. He singled back in the first and got thrown out stealing. And that's going to be a fly ball out to his counterpart in center field. Duffy makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Ed Delaney. And Delaney is 1 for 1. He singled and got thrown out stealing. Back in the first. That's going to be a ground ball down to Sweeney, and that'll be a 3 inning for the Braves. The top of the 4th we go. Adcock, Holmes, and Bancroft. Joe is flown out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Lefty does for out number 1. Alexander's second strikeout. And Tommy Holmes is up. He singled back in the second. And he does more than that this time, probably. He gets a hold of this one, folks. See where this ball's going to end up at. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye, Tommy Holmes, out in that deep part of center field. And he gives the Braves a 3-2 lead. In this game. That's how all 3 runs have scored. And Dave Bancroft's up. He grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Alexander comes back and strikes him out after giving up the home run. And up steps Dale Crotto. Like I say, he's thrown 2 of these Phillies out. Grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. And he gets a hold of this one. And kaboom, this ball is out of here. They're just nailing this. When Alexander's making a mistake, they're making him pay, and it's now 4-2. So the Braves doubled the score for them. Double with fun with double mint gum. It goes to a 2-2 tie to a 4-2 ball game. And Lefty's up now. He grounded out to first his first time up. And that's going to end the inning. It's going to be a ground ball down to Delaney at short. But the Braves give Tyler a 2-run lead right back. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. We got the big boys due up here for Philly. You got Klein, Enos, and Hurst. Chuck is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time against Lefty. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Matthews. Over to Adcock for out number 1. And here comes Dale Enos. Enos walked and came around the score on the home run back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Dave at short. Over to Joe. That's 2 quick outs. And Don Hurst is up now. Hurst homered back in the second to tie this ball game up. Can he do it again? And not quite. That's going to be a rare play. 11 on a 41 is an 11. That'll be hit down the short. 45. That should be fielding column 1 on a 9. And it is. And that's a nice play down there by Dave Bancroft. He gets to that ball, fires over to Adcock, and just gets Don Hurst for out number 3. To the top of the 5th we go. The top of the order due up here for the Bravos. You've got Duffy, Sweeney, and Aaron. Duffy is 0 for 1. He walked and came around the score back in the first and struck out in the third. And he nails this ball into right field. That's off the wall, folks. They're hammering Alexander here today, hitting the ball hard. That's a leadoff double by Duffy. And Sweeney's up now with another runner in scoring position and nobody out. Sweeney singled in the third and grounded out in the first. And that's going to be an infield fly. The ball's going to go into foul territory. And that'll be, let's see, infield for the Phillies. What's the infield? It's pretty weak. 7, 14, 19, 21, 21, 27, 30. That's probably fielding column 3. They got a pretty weak infield. They went with the bats. Went with the bats instead of a good infield. So 30 or less is fielding column number 3. What was it again? 7, 14, 19, 21, 27, 30. So yeah, it's fielding column number 3. Let's see here. That's going to be a foul ball down that first baseline, and Thompson gets over there, makes the catch for out number 1. So now you got Hank Aaron up here with 1 out and a runner down at second. As Philip Reynolds joins us here. And let's see, you got Hank batting .292. Matthews has been hitting the ball well. Batting, we're probably going to walk Hank. Set up the double play. They're going to walk the hammer. Intentionally walk the hammer. Sets up the double play. Eddie Matthews is up now first and second. A 4-2 ball game. Philly's looking to get a double play and get out of this inning. Matthews is flown out and hit into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Let's see here. Will Duffy get down the third is the question. 53 and a 2 should be fielding column 3. And it is. So out to right field. We'll have to re-roll a dice. That'll be a 40. 40. Klein's got a good arm out there, but Duffy's got great speed. And a 26. I don't know here. 26. He's going to stay put. He'll score in a single anyway. It's no use getting thrown out trying to advance. So Joe Adcock's up now. And Joe is, we'll have Matthews fly out here to right. And Joe is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out and struck out. And we drop a dice here and make this an official game. And that ball is hit hard. That ball is hit high. And that is the 4th home run of this ball game. And I bust this game wide open, folks. Joe Adcox with his 8th home run of the year has just made this a 7-2 ball game. And Alexander is getting hammered. 4 home runs. All 7 runs have scored on the homers. And let's see here. That might be it for Alexander. And I believe it is. I think they're going to go pull Alexander out of this game. They're going to do a double switch here. Alexander cannot get out of the 5th inning. Let's see here. We're going to take Hurst out of the game. And he's going to come in to play first base. That is the question. Do we bring Fred in? Let's see here what we can do. So we can move Delaney over to first if we want and bring in a shortstop, a better fielding shortstop. And we might do that. Yeah, Granny's going to come in. Hamner's going to come in and play short. So that's what we'll do. We're going to do a lot of moving around here. So, and who's going to come in to pitch? Chalmers will come in to pitch. He'll bat in the 5 spot. So he comes in to do that. Delaney's going to go over and play first. And Granny's going to come in and play short. Bat in the 9 spot. And that's what we'll do here. Okay. So a lot of moving parts here. You got to love not having those stinking DH. So George comes in. This is his 4th appearance of the year. No record with a 2.57 ERA. Nobody on. 2 outs. Tommy Holmes is up. Tommy is 2 for 2. He singled and homered back in the 4th. And here's the pitch. You got Granny Hamner playing short. Ed Delaney moves from short over to first. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a deep fly ball to right field. Klein back near the wall. Makes the catch, but ends the inning. But the Braves score 3 on the 3-run homer and lead this game 7-2. You have Thompson, Smirnick, and Jones due up here in the bottom of the 5th. And Francisco is 0 for 1. He's flown out the center. And this time, that's a base hit in the right field. Aaron gets over, cuts it off, holds Thompson to a single. And Andy's up now with a runner on first and nobody out. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Duffy in center for out number 1. And now you got Jones on the jukebox. Willie Jones, not the George type. He's 0 for 1. He's grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. The lefty walks him. And all of a sudden, the Phillies making some noise here in the bottom of the 5th of their own. And Hamner's due up now. Just came in on that double switch. Got first and second and 1 out. And Granny is batting a $125. No homers and 1 RBI. And that ball is well hit. And these Phillies are trying to make a nice comeback here. Where's this ball going to end up at? And that's going to be a double in the right field. And let's see, Willie is going to stop at third. So that's an RBI double. And now we got second and third and only 1 out. Braves will play back. They'll give up a run for an out here. They still have a 4-run lead. And Billy Hamilton's up now. Hamilton's 0 for 1. He's walked, been caught stealing, and flown out to Duffy in center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third with the infield back. 46. I still should be fielding column number 1, I would think. Yep. And with the infield back, that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And the runner takes off. And Matthew throws him out at the plate. That's a 5-2 put out. So now you got first and third and 2 outs. Nice play by Eddie Matthews to cut the runner down at the plate and keep this a 7-3 ball game. And now you got Delaney up, who's moved over to play first. He is singled, caught stealing, and has grounded out the second. 2 down here, and that's going to be against the lefty. 17, and that is going to be popped up down the second base. Sweeney waits for it to come down. Out in shallow right field, makes the catch, and the Braves get out of it with only 1 run scoring. That is now 7-3 as we go to the top of the 6th. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the. That was 3 outs, yeah. And you got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves. Bancroft, Dale, and Lefty. And Dave is 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hamilton for out number 1. And Dale's up now. And Dale hit that big homer back there in the 4th. And he grounded out in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Granny just came in the game an inning ago. He muffs this one, folks. That's an E6. The ball always finds you. And Dale's aboard here with an error. And that'll bring up Lefty. And Lefty's going to try to bunt Dale into scoring position here. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be base on balls. Lefty's trying to bunt. And George walks him, folks. Nothing's going right for the Phillies here today. So now it's first and second and nobody and only one out. And Duffy up. Duffy has doubled in this game and has walked. He's came around to score both times he's on base. He struck out back in the third. And that's going to be another base on balls. George can't find the strike zone. Bases are full of Braves. Everywhere you look, there's a Bravo. You got Dale at third, Lefty at first, second, and Duffy at first. And Bill Sweeney at the plate, 1 for 3, singled in the third. It's already a 4-run game. They got to bring the infield in. They cannot give up another run. And that is going to be another base on balls. They go out to talk to him. He just walked in another run, folks. And this will probably be his last batter, old Hank Aaron, one way or the other. They got the lefty Simmons getting up in the bullpen to pitch to Matthews. So now you got one out, base is still loaded, and it's an 8-3 ball game. And Aaron's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer back in the first. And that is going to be against the righty. That'll be a 15. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Lefty doesn't have much speed. 31 on a 2. 31 on a 2 is fielding column number 2. And 46. Let's see here. It's 1 out. 46. 31 plus 8. 23. And Duffy will definitely tag up from second. 23, a 45 or lower. Duffy's tagging up too. The play's coming at the plate. Tyler's going to try to score here. And like I say, it'll be a 45 or lower. He's safe. And that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Mr. Aaron and makes it a 9-3 ball game. And the runner will get down to third also. So now we got first and third, 2 outs, and a 9-4 game. And up to the plate is Matthews. Let's see here. Are they going to make another double switch? I believe they are. Hate to take Delaney out of the game. Granny just made that error. We might do that. We might bring in Sand. Sand might come in. That's what we're going to do. Sand's going to come in. He'll bat in the 5 spot. And Simmons will come in and bat where Granny's at. So another double switch with the shortstop here. Leave Delaney in the game. I don't want to take his bat out of the game. So now there's 2 outs and still first and third, and we'll bring the lefty in. Or we might not need to make the double switch. Let's see here. We got Holmes. Yeah, we'll do the double switch. You got some lefties coming up after Adcock. So we'll do the double switch here. We'll do the double switch. So Simmons is going to come in, and he'll bat in the 9th spot. He'll bat in the 9 spot. And Sand will come in and bat in the 5 spot. All righty. 2 down, runners on first and third. Hey, what's going on? Check out Legend Sports Universe channel as he joins us here. He's been doing some Madden football. Check it out. He's working on a basketball with NBA 2K25, I believe. Don't hold me to it, but I think that's what engine he's going to use. And then, of course, he's doing the great Legend Sports Universe with baseball using MLB The Show 22. Check out that great channel. So first and third, 2 outs. Eddie Matthews is 0 for 3. He's flown out the right twice, and he is hit into a fielder's choice. It's already a 6-run lead. Can he add to it here? Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is Kurt Simmons' 7th appearance. He's 1-0 with no ERA, but not anymore because Eddie Matthews has just squared this ball up, folks. This ball is torched into right field, and that's going to bounce around out there. Klein finally gets to it. Matthews is a brown-eyed, handsome man. He makes the turn, headed for third, and he's got himself a 2 RBI triple here, and it is now an 11-3 ball game. As nothing's going right, and everything's going right for the Braves. So runner on third and 2 outs. Kurt Simmons gives up the triple, and it brings up Joe Adcock. He is 1 for 3. He homers back in the 5th. 3-run shot. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hamilton. Finally ends the inning, but not until the Braves score 4 and blow this game open, folks. It's 11-3. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. Legends, wasn't sure. Oh, doing work on that now. Cool, man. So now we go to the bottom of the 6th. We got Klein, Enos, and Sandu up here in the 6th. And the Phillies are trailing by 8. Klein is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this. Old Chuck Klein still tearing up the league. Batting .418, gets another hit here. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. Chuck Klein keeps the hitting machine going. So he's down at second with nobody out for Dale Enos. And Enos is 0 for 1. He walked back in the second. Can he drive this run in and try to get this game a little respectable? And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. See if he looks to runner back. Nope, that's a line drive down the short. Does he double him up? Nope. Nice play by Dave down there, but the runner gets back. Oh, wrong spot. Gave at the swing. It was supposed to be down the short. Line drive down the short, and the runner gets back. Now there's 1 out, and Sands up for the first time. Came in on that double switch. And Sands bat 152, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a 39 catcher and an 8. That should be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a strike. And Dale's going to throw the runner out at second. Ain't that something? I tell you, these Phillies can't catch a break, folks. Cannot catch a break. He picks off the runner down at second. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on. And Sands up now with an 0-1 pitch. Oh, wait a second. He might not have picked him. If the team leads by more than 3 runs after them. Yeah. It's just a rare play. Sorry about that. Where will you do that? With a big lead like that, it's just a rare play. So, have to re-roll some dice here. Re-roll some dice and see what the rare play is going to be here. 39 with a runner down at second. 22 on a 39. And that'll be a 10. That ball will be hit down the short. See what Dave does down there. And that's going to be ground ball down the short. That will get the runner over to third, though. 6-3 put out. And 2 outs now with a runner down at third. And that'll bring up Mr. Thompson. Thompson comes off. And he's 1 for 2. He's grounded out. He's flown out, rather, and had a single back in the 5th and came around to score. And here's the pitch to Thompson. And that's going to be against the lefty. 17. That's going to be a base hit in the left field, and that's going to score a run. And that's going to make it 11-4. And Andy steps up to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner down at first. And Andy is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a 16 and a 9. And that's going to be back-to-back hits, folks. That's going to be an infield hit for Andy. He puts on the Jets here, folks. And all of a sudden, the Phillies trying to make some noise with 2 outs. First and second, and we have up now is Willie Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. He is grounded out and walked. Here's the pitch to Jones. And that's going to be a swing and a miss lefty. He finally ends the inning. The Phillies score 1, make it 11-4 as we go to the top of the 7th. We got Holmes due up, followed by Bancroft and Dale. And Tommy's 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. And that's going to be against the lefty. 17 on a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit for Tommy Holmes. He's aboard here with a leadoff single. And Dave's up now. And Dave is 0 for 3. He's reached on a fielder's choice, struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Enos and left for out number 1. And here comes Dale up now. He's homered in this game. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a 38. Let's see here, a 16 on a 2. And finally something good for the Phillies as Kirk picks him off at first. So now there's 2 down and nobody on for Dale. As Kirk picks off the runner. And here's the pitch to Dale. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Heine at short. He fires over to first. And that ends the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 11-4 Milwaukee. And this will probably be Lefty's last inning. So he's due to lead off the top of the 8th. And he's going to be facing Simmons, followed by Hamilton and Delaney. So we'll have a pitch hitter here for Kurt. See who's going to come off the bench against Lefty. The only righty on the bench now is Pinky. Pinky Whitney's going to come off the bench. And Pinky's batting .241 on the year, 1 homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Matthews over to Joe for out number 1. Meadows will probably come in here and pitch. And now we're back to the top of the order, and Billy Hamilton, he's 0 for 2. He has walked in this game and been thrown out stealing. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Duffy for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes Ed Delaney up now. And Delaney's 1 for 3. He is singled, grounded out, and popped up. And that's going to be an infield hit. Ed's going to get aboard here with 2 down. And Chuck Klein's up now. Can Chuck Klein make this a 11-6 ball game with 1 swing and a bat? He's 1 for 3 today with a double back in the 6th. And that's going to be a deep fly ball, but a hit to the wrong part of the park out in center field. Plenty of room out there for Duffy. And that'll end the inning. And the Phillies strand 1. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 11-4 Milwaukee. That'll be it for Lefty. They'll pull him for a pitch hitter. And let's see who's going to come off the bench. And we got to get the pitcher in here. Like I say, it's going to be Lee Meadows is going to come in the pitch. So Meadows comes into the game. He'll be batting in the 9 spot. Let's see here. He's going to come off the bench. And I think it's going to be Bill Burton's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit for Lefty. So Bill Burton is 0 for 2 on the year, going up against Lee Meadows. This is Meadows' 4th game. He's got no record with a 4.5 ERA. Here's the pitch to Bill. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. How far is this ball going to travel? And that's going to be a triple in the left center field. Bill Burton with his first base hit of the year is a triple to lead off this 8th inning. So Burton down at 3rd. Nobody out. And the Phillies are going to play the infield in, try to cut the run off. We're back to the top of the order, and Duffy. Duffy is 1 for 2. He's walked twice and doubled back in the 5th. Came around to score twice, or 3 times rather. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. See if that's deep enough to score. Burton with his great speed. Let's see here. That'll be a 30. He's going to stay put with 1 out. Not quite deep enough. So there's 1 out now. And Bill Sweeney's up. And Sweeney is 1 for 3. He had an RBI walk back in the 6th. And single back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a base on ball. Sweeney trots on down the 1st. And that brings up Hank Aaron with runners on 1st and 3rd. Infield still in here. And Hank is 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer back in the 1st. He also had a sacrifice fly in the 6th. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Will it stay in the park? That is the question. Out there in right field against the righty. Be a 17. And that ball bounces off the wall, folks, in the deep right center field. And that will score both runners, I believe. It's speed that Sweeney's got. It's a 56. Minus a 31. Yeah, he's going to score with no throw. So that's a 2 RBI double. Hank Aaron just missed his 2nd home run of the game, and it is 13-4, folks. And every pitcher they bring in is just getting hammered, and we get to score Sweeney from 1st. Score Sweeney from 1st. Now you got 1 out. Matthews is up with Aaron in scoring position. And Matthews hit that triple back in the 6th, drove in 2 runs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Eddie out for out number 2. And now he's got Joe Adcock up. Joe's 1 for 4 with a homer back in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Sand makes the play over to first, but the Braves score 2 on the 2 RBI double by Aaron. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. I know they got a huge lead. Let's see when the last time McMahon pitched. Might bring him in just to get him some work. How about Brandt? When was the last time Brandt pitched? So they're going to bring in Eddie Brandt. They're going to leave Don out in the bullpen. Try to save him here. So Eddie's going to come in to pitch. And he'll be facing Enos, Santa, and Thompson here in the bottom of the 8th. And a 13-4 ball game. And Dale is 0 for 2 with a walk back in the 2nd. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Eddie comes in and walks the first batter he faces. Not what you want with a 9-run lead. Make them earn it. Heine stands up for the 2nd time in this game. He grounded out to short his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one. So all of a sudden, Eddie's getting lit up here. See what Sand does. And that ball is hit into deep right field, rather. And that's going to score Enos because that's going to be a triple by Sand. And all of a sudden, Phillies are making some noise here, folks. And it's 13-5. Nobody out. Of course, the Braves will play back. Runner down at 3rd. And nobody out. They're just looking to get outs and get out of this game with a nice lead. And Thompson's up, one of the few Phillies having a good game. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Duffy's got it. And let's see here. I have to re-roll another dice. And that'll be a 38. 19. He's going to stay put. Not deep enough with nobody out. So fly ball to center field, 1 down. And Andy's up. And Smirnick, he is 1 for 3 today. He singled back in the 6th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That's going to get the run in. I believe a 61. Nope, the runner's going to hold. So Dave looks the runner back, fires over to first. And now there's 2 outs. And runner's still down at 3rd. And here comes Willie Jones. It'll take a 2-out hit by Jones to put the run in there. He's over 2 with a walk back in the 5th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Duffy. The Phillies score 1, but they strand 1 at 3rd. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 13-5. You got Holmes, Bancroft, and Dale due up here. Tommy's 3 for 4 today, folks. He's got 2 singles and a homer. Here's the pitch for Tommy. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Enos and left for out number 1. And here comes Dave Bancroft up. He might be the only Brave without a hit. Let's look here. 0 for 4. Take a look here at the box score. Yep, he is the only Brave without a hit besides Lefty, the pitcher. So Dave, let's see if he can get off the snide and join his teammates with a hit. And nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Jones at 3rd, over to 1st for out number 2. And now 2 outs, nobody on for Dale. He's 1 for 4 with a homer back in the 4th. And he blasts this one in the right field. Klein gets over, cuts it off. And with Dale's speed, he'll stop at first with a 2-out single. And are they going to take Eddie out of the ball game here? That is the question. With 2 outs, no, they're going to let him pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Thompson. He tosses it over to second, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Braves with a huge 13-5 lead. We'll have a pitch hitter for Meadows, and then the top of the order due up here for the Phils. And let's see who's going to come out of the. I don't think they got another righty. Well, they got Davis. Spud Davis could come off the bench, and they're going to. Davis, the righty's going to come off the bench. So Spud, the last righty on the bench, comes out. And we lost this. That's not good. And we don't want this. Don't want to see my mug. That's for sure. There we go. Now we got it back. Alrighty, don't know what happened there. But now we got Spud Davis up to lead off this inning, followed by Hamilton and Delaney. Spud's batting .310 on the year with 4 homers and 14 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Sweeney at second. And that'll be out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order with Hamilton. Hamilton is 0 for 3 with a walk. And that's going to be against the lefty. 16. That's going to be a fly ball out to Duffy in center field. And that is the 3rd time he's flown out to center field today. It's Hamilton. He gets the hat trick for that. And up comes Ed Delaney now. The Phillies down to the last out, trailing 13-5. Delaney's had a nice ball game. He's 2 singles in this game, 2 for 4. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Aaron waits on it, makes the catch, and this ends the ball game. And the Braves beat up on the Phillies 13-5. Take a look here at the box score. It was all Braves, that's for sure. Braves 13 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Phillies 5 runs, 9 hits and 1 error. Aaron 2 for 5 with a homer. You had Joe Adcock. He was 1 for 5 with a homer. Tommy Holmes 3 for 5 with a homer. And Dale Crottle 2 for 5 with a homer. The Braves were 4 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Only left 5 men on base. Delaney went 2 for 5. He had a nice game, and so did Thompson. He was 2 for 4. Like I say, the only Brave without a hit was Dave Bancroft. And Phillies were 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 6 on. Lefty gets his first win, Tyler. He's gets his 3rd win. He's 3-1. Went 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 3, and gave up 1 homer. Eddie Brandt comes in, pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 1. And Alexander just didn't have it today, folks. Picks up his 2nd loss. He's 1-2, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 7 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 homers. Bullpen until Lee Meadows came in did a decent job. Chalmers 1 inning, 4 runs, all of them unearned, walk 3. Simmons 1 1/3, 2 hits. And Meadows 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. It was all Braves today. And Hank Aaron had a hell of a game. Check out the leaderboard and the standings. And now you got the Giants a half a game ahead of the Phillies. Cubbies are 2.5 games back. You got the Braves, Dodgers, and Reds 3 games back. Pirates are 3.5, and the Cardinals are 4.5 games back. Ed Delaney's taking over the batting crown right now over his teammate Chuck Klein. Delaney's batting .422. Joe Adcock now has 8 homers to lead the National League. And Hank Aaron and Chuck Klein both with 22 RBIs on the year. And you got Dazzy Vance leading with a 1.62 ERA. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers tied with 3 wins. Marv Grissom with 4 saves. And Chuck Klein has now taken over the leading MVP voting. And Dazzy Vance is leading in the Best Pitcher Award. Let's see what the final game with the pitching matchup looks like here in this final game. First, we'll back this up real quick. And you got Johnny Sane going up against Tom Sparks. And the rubber match of this game, I don't think it's a 4-game series. No, it's not. It's just a 3-game series. So, Sane against Sparks in the rubber game. I want to thank Christopher Slavich, Legend Sports Universe, Philip Reynolds for stopping by today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Philly, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.